Hello and welcome to the Work Hates podcast. I'm Bron Lewis. This is Brady Blake. Everyone has a nightmare work story, whether it is an awful boss, a shitty workplace, or an insufferable colleague. And if you've had none of those things, chances are you're the problem.
You are the problem. Today we are joined by comedian, writer, and electric bike enthusiast, Nick Schuller.
Yes, I've never been introduced as an electric bike enthusiast before.
I can see it in the background. Look at her. She's purring away there.
It is a cool
huge
bike.
part of my personality, that bike.
It's how I know you. I see the bike before I see the person.
Yeah.
You and Bron were getting on like a house on fire. She's got an electric car. You got an electric
You got an
bike.
electric car.
Should I leave? Do you guys want to make out or something?
Yeah.
Yes.
How are you guys friends if you have an electric car and you
I don't know. It was a
like
real
part
tough
dirt
time.
bike?
No, I'm part dirt bike. I would love that, dude. I just had a visual then. No, people think I don't like electrics, but I've had electric vehicles before because electric forklifts were massive.
Yeah.
So I've been in the front of the electric vehicle.
Head of the curve.
Yeah, and they got a lot of torque as well. So there's straight to the less moving parts. You know, there's 197 average moving parts between the start and the end of a drivetrain on a combustion engine. Electric, sometimes there's only like 7.
Are we, 90 seconds in and Brett's already talking about drivetrains and the specifications of I knew it would come up. I didn't think it would be.
I saw a man with glasses. I was trying to impress you with facts and data.
That's it. That's
Let me tell you about the combustion engine. There's 196 moving parts.
Now, Schuller, what's his name? Brett has actually been really nervous about this episode. Okay, I have to tell you, he's been nervous about this episode.
I've been
because
stressing.
He thinks that we're going to gang up on him.
You're going to fucking gang up on me.
The last time all three of us worked together.
Oh, my God.
And I'm not saying that we're going to bring it up. I'm just letting Nick know that you were a bit nervous about this because of how you behaved last time we all worked together.
I was in a mood. I was on the road for a month. I just got off a cruise ship. I was sick. And I was in a shitty mood and I wasn't drinking. And I was a bit of a cunt for a couple of days.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to this because I think this is the first time we've been in a room together since then, the
legally.
three of us.
Yeah.
Okay, quickly, before we address my behaviour, right, which I'm happy to cop on camera, on my own podcast, mind you. Thank you.
Okay.
Brian, would you accept the fact that you were also a little bit of a bitch
No.
to Rafa?
No.
I reckon you were quite mean to. Yes, come on, Nick. Come to the dark side, baby.
What
you
did I
were
do
winding
then?
him up. I had to be like, Bron.
I think it was more just like that was his first time on Roadshow. Probably,
Yeah.
I think his first time like on the road properly. And it was
And
sort
first
of
time
like
outside a house.
There it is,
like
yeah.
a bit of hazing, bit of like introduction to Roadshow.
And Bron's pretty blunt. If you
Yeah.
if you haven't met Bron before,
Well, I can't even remember. There was only one time where I remember. I'm sure I did it heaps, but it was when we all had to get in the car, and we're all grown ups, and we have to get in like a 7-seater. Like Taraga or whatever it is. You have to get into this car. The 2 of the seats at the back are actually really hard to get into. Okay? If you're a woman, you're like dealing with, you're like trying to manage tits. And then if you're just over 30, you're like, I don't know if my knee bends that way.
Yeah.
And Raf, who's 15, he just assumed he got front seat every time.
No, this is what I was bringing up. And every time he jumped in the front seat, it was like you had you're like Cyclops from fucking X-Men.
Like boring into the back of his head.
And you're like, oh, you're in the front again, are you, mate? I'm like, oh.
But was he? Yeah, he was. And we needed to know.
Yeah, I'm happy to cop that, but I just needed the audience to see a little bit of Bronny being a bitch on that trip, and you've just proven it.
I wasn't a bitch. Was he in the front seat? I said, you got to share the front. Okay, beg your pardon?
A little bit.
Get out.
A little bit.
You know what you have to do? Everyone knows that if you before you get in the front seat, you have to say, does anyone else want the front seat? In case if someone's like, oh, yes, I have broken legs. Or, yes, actually, I get car sickness.
Well, he didn't have broken legs before, but he had broken legs afterwards, after he double-crossed Bron in the front seat.
Yeah, and I had car sickness from dealing with him for however many fucking minutes I dealt with. He's actually a really nice guy.
He's a beautiful
But
guy.
also,
I love him.
Just offer the front seat to anyone
That's
else.
true, that's true,
It could be
it's
an
true.
empty offering. You could definitely just get in there. But all I needed was, does anyone else want? No? I can't guess I'll get in the front seat. That's all I needed.
Actually, I think on this trip, there was one point where we only had one car and all the bags, and I have an image in my mind of you being stuffed in the back row of seats with, I want to say, like 30 centimeters of room, and then just bags, and you're just there in the corner, and then Raf's just in the front seat.
With his legs out.
Just stretched out.
Seat back.
Guys, you mind if I just zing this seat back? I
He
need a bit more room.
He wouldn't have asked. He would have just fucking done it. Yeah. Exactly. And I was like in my late 30s. 3 kids have come out of this tired old body, and he's in the front with his
lapping it up,
with his cute little hair and his lovely little legs.
Does have good hair.
You know, it's great hair. Yeah. But also, it doesn't need the front seat. Hair like that, you could put it anywhere, as far as I'm concerned. On the fucking roof racks next time, mate. Okay? Yes, sure.
Great.
Okay.
Now I've opened that up. The wound has been exposed.
Did I ever come for you, Nick?
No, I don't think. I think you were quite pleasant to me.
To your face, absolutely.
Didn't take the front seat every time. I was respectful of my fellow comedians.
Exactly.
You had respect and integrity.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's right. Yeah. But where did do you remember how how Brett? I don't know why I'm struggling with your names today. They're 2 very exotic names. Do you remember how Brett might have stepped wrongly or?
Is this the sound?
Talk.
Is this okay?
We should also provide some context for what we're talking about.
Thank you, Nick. I appreciate context.
This was
not what you think, Brett.
last.
Anyway, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Context. I'm not really sure. I doubled down. I was like, about time we got some context. I'm assuming context means positive affirmations.
Yeah, we'll see. But the 3 of us and Raf and who else?
It was Danielle Walker for a bit.
Yeah, it was Danielle, of course.
5 of us on Roadshow.
On Roadshow in Alice Springs and in Darwin and then in Wollongong.
Yes.
And
I was on my 40th MC gig in a row.
Yeah, you'd been out there for a while.
Dad's been out there for a while.
Yeah. Which is just embarrassing.
Yeah.
By the way.
And we must have all flown to Alice.
Mm-hmm. No, not me. I ran. But yeah, continue. That's why I was angry.
Brett had been out there for a few days already, and you were cranky. I have a particular a memory of you during like a sound check.
Yeah.
Just being like, no one fuck around. Let's just get this done. Let's get in. Let's get out. And you just fucking cranking through sound check,
like
not
you
taking
had somewhere
any
to
shit.
be.
No, with sound check, it's like it can take hours. Or it can take 2 minutes. And we all want to go back to the green room. I know we're all big personalities.
What do you want to go back to the green room for? A lemonade?
Yes.
Okay.
At the time, I did. There was free
tea.
chocolate.
Yeah, genuinely. I think you were drinking tea.
I was drinking tea. That's why I was angry.
Lemon ginger teas.
Like you don't even want it, but you're just like trying to show everyone. Because if it's a lemonade, people go, oh, there might be a little bit of gin in there. But the peppermint tea, everyone knows.
I didn't have a peppermint tea.
Oh, sorry.
I did not have a peppermint. I don't want vicious rumours about me having peppermint tea out there.
One with milk in it. Okay, keep
Thank
going.
you.
Yeah.
What was I saying? I can't remember.
Sound
I think you were saying
no, you just could do the sound. It's like, guys, this can take 5 minutes. Hello. You guys are happy? Great. Let's fucking go. Where it's 3,000 type A or whatever personalities, fucking psycho comedians like, look at me tap dance. You're like, shut the fuck up.
Literally no one said that. Maybe Raf did.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for his.
But I was like, because I've done like 1,000 of them and I'm like, let's just do this.
Yeah.
So
sure.
yeah.
But you did say at one point.
I did yell at the sound guy as well.
Yeah.
And we were like, yeah, because you like said something in the microphone. You went to put it down. The guy went, that's the wrong microphone. And you went, who fucking cares? And then you put it back in.
I said. Correction.
Oh, sorry.
He said you've grabbed the wrong microphone.
Okay, sorry.
I said
say that
no.
wrong.
I've had the same microphone in my hand for the whole time. And he goes, well, you must have changed it because the levels are off. And I went, I haven't changed it. I've been holding the microphone, and who fucking cares? Figure it out. Put it back.
Oh, you're right. Yours is way nicer.
Thank you.
Sounds so
if I'm going to be
reasonable.
called a cunt, I want all the information.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was very rude to that guy. But
Yes.
I didn't change microphones. He was accusing me of something I didn't do, and
right,
I'm
shame
sick of
on
dealing
him.
with fucking. It's not that hard. Your job's not that hard,
Oh my
cunt.
God.
Right? Just fucking figure it out. Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
I respect all my techs. I think it's a very difficult job.
it's fucking easy, and I
you
could
for what you
replace
do.
you in a minute. I know all those sound desks and the lighting ones. You are fucking nothing to me. I'm so sorry. I was just in a bad mood. It's fired me up again. I'm like, God damn it.
But then we were there we were on the road for 2 days in the NT. We did Alice and Darwin, and then you left early to go to Wollongong, which is where we're going next, to go to a corporate on like the Friday night, and we got in on the Saturday.
Yeah.
And you joined us again on Saturday, and you were a different human being. You were joyous. You were happy.
I know.
You were drinking again, which probably helped.
That's
I reckon that was 90% of it.
Okay, but I wasn't there for that, so I was I got home. I didn't go to Wollongong, so I got home. Lucas goes, "How was it?" And I go, "Fuck, working with Brett's awful."
Oh, dude, I was such a cunt for like 3 days. I was just in a shit fucking foul mood.
So moody. Just sitting in the green room like this dark cloud. And I remember at one point, because we all went, this is in Darwin, and we all walked to the liquor shop because we were all drinking. You're allowed to have some drinks after the show. We all went to the little bottle shop, got our little, I don't know, Kahlua. Danielle bought a giant breezer, like a Bacardi breezer,
like a long neck. A long neck.
It was awesome. So funny. Oh, God, we had fun when we drank. And then we walked back to to the green room. But we'd gone for like 10 minutes and you'd sent a message like, "Where the fuck is everyone?"
No, I wouldn't have sent a message.
We got into the room, or maybe we did get a message, but when we got into the room, you were like, "Where have you guys been?" We're like, "We just went to the liquor store." And you were like, I thought that I was going to have to do the whole show by myself. And I said, to try and lift the mood, I said,
"Who is this guy?"
I said, "What are you going to do, Brett? Were you just going to have to impersonate all of us?"
Oh, yeah.
And
I remember that. Yeah.
And he goes, "Yeah." And if I was doing you, I'd be like, "I'm Bron. I hate men. Men are awful."
Dude, what a king. You know what? I like this guy.
And I was like, wow, I'm going to glass him this trip. Yeah. I'm going to. And I have not done, I don't think I've done I've done one more road trip. It was a day trip and you fucking came to it.
When?
I told the festival I don't want to work with you anymore.
You loved it. We had a great time. We went to a domestic bad parents class or whatever the fuck it was. So we went to a wrong class. I ignored a woman. What are the odds? And went into a wrong building.
We went to this gig in like Knox City or somewhere in the Pakenham. Oh, it was such a bad gig, but we pulled up, could see the lights of this theatre. We only saw one door, so we're like, there it is, walking up to it, and there was like some ladies out the front having it, like really rough ladies having ciggies out the front. We kind of walked past them, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's Pakenham, and they all look like that. And then I get to
That's the mayor.
And we get to the front door. There's a lady with a clipboard. She kind of looks at us. She kind of looks at Brett like, yep, that's fine. But then she looks at me. And she goes,
here we go. He's angry and beats his kids. I was sick.
She said the responsible parenting class. And Brett doesn't listen to her. Brett goes, yep. And then keeps walking.
Obviously.
Keeps walking in.
It's a weird way to call the comedy show but I guess. Yeah.
Oh my God, and I was like, oh, what? Oh, no, Brett, this isn't for us. He would, oh, sorry. And as we're leaving, because he'd said yes so quickly, it made me laugh so hard. I was like doubled over in the car park, standing next to the ladies having a ciggy. And I was like, I can't believe they thought that we were going to the bad parenting class. And then ladies who were actually attending the class were like, guess that is pretty funny. I'm like, sorry.
Imagine going to that class.
Yeah. Right. Normally I put this cigarette on my child's head. Yeah. I guess I'll do yours today, you know.
Oh, Nick Schuller, I'm so pleased to have you on because you are, and I've said this to you a billion times, you are one of my favourite comedians in the whole world, let alone, like, if you say in Melbourne, it's like, who cares? But truly, you are. You're so funny.
Never said that about me. Brutal.
No, I haven't.
Must be nice,
so it's really exciting to have you on. I know that you are from Canberra.
I am originally.
And you started comedy in Canberra, no?
I did. I started in the Canberra open mic. Actually, I started it in Raw Comedy in Canberra.
Was that your first ever gig?
It's my first ever gig.
Wow.
It was one of the Canberra heats of Raw Comedy. And it was... I sucked. I was so bad. I mean, like first ever gig, so bad. I was so bad I didn't do comedy again for a year.
Okay, so we talked about this with Adam Rosenbach. So he was saying his first ever gig, he was incredible. And then he was like, oh, that's easy. I'm obviously going to go do that again. And his second gig, he just ate shit.
Yeah, right.
But because he knew how good it could feel, he was just always chasing that. And I think that's the common story. But for yours, you bombed? Did you bomb?
Yeah, I just... sucked. Like, it was a very nice audience, like Raw heats. They're always lovely.
You got an example of one of your jokes?
I do actually.
I knew you had this.
Yeah.
I know you got a good memory. I was like,
weirdly, I had to do this on stage not that long ago. Like someone asked, or it came up somehow. Anyway, the joke I think was,
I'm already loving it.
no wonder I yelled at you.
It was like, I don't understand the purpose of SPF 15 sunscreen. Like it's the disappointing sibling of the sunscreen family. It's like the Billy Baldwin or like the Rob Kardashian or whichever Malat relative it was that didn't kill anyone.
That's good.
That's good.
Is it though?
But
Well,
I
like, it's
know
not-
that's all right.
It's not crushing anywhere.
Look, it ain't going on the gala,
Yeah.
but it's not bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that was I also for some reason because this was it would have been 2017. I had a joke in there about Phil Hughes, the cricketer who died getting hit by a ball.
I didn't even know that. That's
Yeah.
brutal.
Yeah.
What, during a game?
Yeah.
Oh my God, so he's-
not a ripe topic for comedy at all.
Australians notoriously are pretty lighthearted when it comes to sporting. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just bombed. I it sucked. I hated it. I also had no background in drama, performance, anything.
Sure.
I hated public speaking. I was like,
You needn't do it. You did, when they had because you would have had to have done some public speaking at the school you went to. They would have forced you to. So all the politicians send their kids to this school. The school he went to, very fancy.
Oh, it's a
school,
fancy one, is it?
Fancy
That's a little bit
one.
fancy.
So you would have had to have done some
a
public
bit,
speaking.
yeah.
There,
But like
you hated
in
it.
primary school, I would try and make myself sick to get out of public school. Like I hated it that much. And it was, I think, probably the most nervous I've ever been in my life before that first gig.
I remember staring at the exit sign and going, run.
Just
Yeah,
run.
you
Do
need to
it,
get out.
yeah.
Just run.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't.
Hated it.
Otherwise, Australia would be missing a national treasure right now.
Yeah.
Where
Sorry to
would
the
we be?
sound guy in Darwin. Yeah. You fucking piece of shit.
It's palpable that nervous energy.
Yeah, horrible. Bombed, didn't do it again for a year. It was just like, I've tried that, gave it a crack.
Wasn't
Not for me.
Yeah.
And
And the
then
bug got you, baby.
Yeah. What
coming back.
made you go back then? If you were
so shortly after the first gig, I started a new job. I was in like a government grad program and was like focusing on that. I was like, yep, this is what I'm going to do. Did that for a year, and then at the end of the year, so the raw heat must have been in January or something like that. And then over like the following Christmas was like the first time I'd had off all year. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll go back. I'll give it another go. And then I went back to an open mic and was hooked from there.
Oh,
so it was like
good.
the second one, I was like, okay, I still am unbelievably nervous, but there was that little spark of like,
Are you dead behind the eyes yet? Are you like, who gives a fuck?
now,
You do get
absolutely,
nervous?
absolutely.
Yeah.
Depends on the gig. Generally, no. Okay, like Roadshow, I'll still have a few nerves.
What's
I'm sure I made it
backstage
nice and
is like-
relaxing,
fucking piss off,
friendly environment
Yeah,
for
I'm
everyone.
like-
But the best part was because obviously you didn't see, because Brett was rested and back in party mode and engaged.
Yeah.
We got so fucked up because it was
Yeah.
like, because it was on with my manager now, Claire Hammond, I think was
Yeah,
the
she
Roadshow
was.
manager.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you're a bit of a fuck. And I was like, yeah, I know, I'm so sorry, I was sick and blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it's like night and day. And I was like, yeah. I was like, I know, I fucking ruined some people's time. That was fucking shit. I was like, I'll show Nick a good time. And then I ruined your life with drinking. And I've never seen a whiter man in Dude, I got a photo of him at breakfast and he was like,
Yeah, I nearly missed the gig the following night because I was that hungover. I genuinely think Claire, who was the tour manager, was like concerned that she'd have to get someone else to fill in for me.
yeah, he was like a ghost all day. We were out so late.
Or probably. I remember we went.
Was it Newcastle?
No, it was Wollongong. And we
Wollongong.
went for we walked down. It was like beautiful weather the following day. We walked like all the way along the beach for like half an hour. I don't know who decided to do that to get lunch. And I was like sitting like slumped over this table in this cafe. And I think I had to run off to the bathroom to have a cheeky vom. And then came back and I was fine after that. But this was like 2 p.m.
I had to have a day drink to get me back.
That was the night you just you ghosted completely.
I went. I was fucked and I was like, I've got to go. And I think you were someone. I was like, I'm going, and I just left. I don't even remember leaving. That's how fucked up I was.
Someone was the tech that we've established. Brett does not respect at all. Sarah, lovely tech.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Too busy yelling. I wasn't yelling at our own tech. It was a venue tech I yelled at. They're very different.
Yeah,
people.
you just disappeared.
different.
Like we were in some bar in Wollongong, looked around, and Brett was not there anymore.
If when I get real pissed, it hits me like a wave, and I just go, and I'm like, I don't remember getting home. And I just remember waking up in my room, and I was like, "Oh, cool! I always get home."
Cool.
But then I looked at it. I was like, I went to McDonald's. So I had a little adventure after. I was like, I like to see little Brett's drunken adventure at night.
Yeah, so I reckon I was like disappointed to not see you fun, but I don't. I'm glad I wasn't like that hungover because you would have been questioning a lot of your life choices at that point.
Pretty unpleasant.
So you got into comedy, and how old were you?
I would have been 26.
Yeah, okay.
27.
So so you had a long list of employment behind you already, because like some people are like, I started when I was 14, and we're like, oh, this is going to be a pretty short episode.
Yeah.
So what is the worst job you've ever had?
I've never had like an absolute shocker of a job. I worked for a long time at the Athlete's Foot.
Oh, that's
Well,
awful.
Oh, dude, I don't want to touch people's feet.
Because you have to touch their toe. You're
Yeah,
like, is there room?
there were never like that, like disgusting feet. I was
in Civic?
shocked.
Downstairs?
Yeah, in the Canberra Centre.
Yeah.
Never like some truly disgusting feet or like smelly or weird feet.
All right, because you always have the socks ready to go.
I
do
don't
have
like
the
this.
socks.
When people make you put, you're like, no, I'll just buy a new pair of socks. I'm not trying someone else.
try-ons?
Do they wash them?
Yeah. You also get to like keep them as the start. Like they only use them like, I don't know, 5 or 6 times, and then just give
And
them
then
to
you
Oh, what a win. I get to have someone else's sock.
and I'm wearing them today.
yeah. I was like, dude, that is depressing.
You get to keep them.
You get to keep the socks. Yeah.
Well, I did not
my
know
family
about
had
that.
socks for months.
Good, that one's got 4 more wears in it. That's mine.
So
I think the worst part about that job was like the guy who owned the business was like
Foot fetish.
a little bit, but he was like very like he wanted a particular level of like customer service, so he always had to like stand at the front and greet people when they came in
I
and do all
hate
that.
those.
Awful.
It's like, dude, it's a shoe shop.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
like, people
yeah,
are going to come in, they buy a shoe. I hate when you're like, hello, how can I? You're like, dude, I'm just walking into a shop.
Yeah.
Can you just fuck off for 2 minutes? Let me have a look.
Are you pretending that you're doing something, or you just
No, or kind of, you'd have to go and like fiddle with the shoes and be like, hey, how's it going? And then we got specifically told if someone was like, oh, I'm just having a look, you'd have to be like, well, what are you looking for? Like trying to keep the company.
Yes.
A fucking nightmare.
I hate
It sucked.
people like you.
But yeah,
So-
I
Yeah.
hated doing it.
Yeah.
But the worst part of
And he'd
like,
be staring at you as well, wouldn't he?
yeah, just from the back through like the one-way mirror, just being like,
Got his dick out, jacking off.
now touch his feet.
Yeah.
But the worst part of that
He's
was
using those socks for something else.
Ew.
that like when you put the shoe on, you were meant to tie the laces for them.
Why?
What are they, 7?
Yeah, which felt so weird because people would like instinctively like go in to tie the laces themselves, but
You go,
you would
"No,
do
no,
the
no,
same
no, no,
thing,
no."
and then it was this like awkward dance, and they'd end up letting you do it, and then you're tying their shoelaces
Awful.
of like a grown adult.
I'm a
It was-
princess. Tie my
Yeah,
shoelaces
it was
for
so
me.
uncomfortable. That was probably the worst part.
I would have
of,
done
like,
it slow and held eye contact.
Especially when
Yeah,
you
they're
both
never coming back.
Yeah.
If you both go down to the shoe, it's almost like
Like,
you
yeah.
almost have a little kiss.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I misread the room.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hated that part of it. That like
Was this
yeah.
when you were at uni? Or yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
What
So
did
it
you
was-
study at uni?
I did chemistry and law.
Whoa.
See what I mean? The school you went to.
I
That's
know.
what they created.
They-
Nerds.
No.
yeah.
Big
Get 'em.
old nerd.
Get him.
Yeah.
If I was a school bully, not that I would have been.
You would never have been allowed anywhere near this school.
No.
I'll tell you that
I
for
was saying
free.
the shoes thing. It was like if you pissed me off at school for being way smarter than me or some shit, I'd be like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to be trying on 19 different shoes this weekend. That's right. Tie them all up for
Tie
me.
it
I
up.
want the girls' ones now.
Put them on.
Yeah.
Different laces, coloured ones. Thank you. And you're just like, I fucking hate this cunt. I'm like, yeah, that's right. You never outsmart me.
But then you have to. It's so awkward when you put on. I remember being in school and trying on the shoes, or even as an adult when you go into a place like Athlete's Foot. I can't even tell you the last time I bought a pair
It's
of
like,
runners.
I don't want to chat about a shoe. It's like a shoe.
Then
It looks good.
You
Whatever.
have to walk in front of them. They're like, all right, just have a walk to the end.
Yep.
It's like,
How
you're
does
going to
that
watch
feel?
me walk away, you fucking creep. Don't look at me walk away. And you have to walk and then turn back and they're still going, How are you feeling?
Part of it, like the athlete's foot, like their thing is all about service and like matching you with the perfect
foot scan.
They do
I had
that.
the foot scan. I hated it. It was
to,
like disgusting. I'm like, he's like, you got a fat foot. I'm like, you got a fat head.
Yeah,
Fuck
you
off,
have to do. You have to do all that shit, but it's all bullshit. It's all like none of it actually affects.
Science.
Yeah. So like basically, like when you start working there, they teach you like the very basics of like fucking how feet work, and you have to
you stand up on them. Yeah.
But like you have to watch people walk like bare feet before you put shoes on them, so that you just walk over there and you stare at their feet.
Oh my god, this is awful.
Like you know something, and you just
Like,
And what are they saying to look for? Whether it rolls
it's like
in?
that's it. It rolls in or rolls out. That's all you look for. But then they have all the like the technology. Like they make you walk along this sensor thing, and then it gets sent to an iPad, and you show them a video, and it's all bullshit. Like you can just watch someone walk, but they have all this technology to make it feel like you're getting like a scientific experience.
Yeah,
if I see some guy with an iPad, I'm like, this guy knows what he's fucking.
Yeah,
absolutely. There'd be so many people. It's tricked so many people.
Some hungover uni student who's there
with a foot fetish
to get
going,
beer money.
Yeah, dead.
Yeah.
So how long are you there for?
I was there for like 4 years.
Yeah, that's a long time.
A lot of feet.
That's a lot of feet.
That's a lot of feet. A lot of socks.
Did you like move up to like shift manager or something like that?
No.
You,
I was on the floor, just touching those feet.
just touching those feet.
Touching those feet.
Man, when you find something you're passionate about, you really ever work a day in your life.
4 years. That's
4
like
years.
throughout your whole degree.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh
Yep.
God.
Do you ever get maggot and like just like you don't fucking walk very well? You know what I mean?
Wow,
Like,
what a sledge.
You got a pretty fucked gait.
I may be a fuckhead, but listen, I'm a fuck gate. Think about what the gate is.
No, the job did have, like you got a fuck ton of free shoes. That was pretty sick.
Oh yeah,
I got just like brand reps would come in and just give you free like $200-$300 pairs of shoes.
Actually, there's a guy who runs gigs out, like regional gigs, who's a shoe man.
He's a shoe man.
Yeah,
I heard this one as well.
Mick Wells, isn't it? Is that right? Not Mick
no,
Wells.
no.
That's not Mick Wells.
Fuck, who is it?
It was
John Watts.
John Watts.
It was of course it was Nick Capper telling me this. He goes, mate, it was like years ago. This guy got me this gig, and he runs comedy and he sells shoes. And I'm like, what does he sell? Snake oil as well? Who is this guy? Like, hey, he pays really well.
Isn't
he laugh loud, laugh track loud? What's the company?
No, that's Greg.
well,
it's a different one. He's got What's the Joke?
That's it.
Right.
Yeah,
that's it.
Run some great gigs, but
Yeah.
so there is the shoe salesman. They're out there.
They're out there.
And you had to deal with a lot of them.
I did,
And you
they gave me a bunch of free shit.
handsomely
Yeah, I got
from
that jacket. That jacket I was wearing.
Oh, really?
My
From one
God.
of these shoe people?
Yeah. It was fucking great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why do you
It's not
stay there
easy.
for
It's
4
pretty
years?
easy.
Yeah,
It's off, isn't it?
And then you moved into working at the government, didn't you?
Tell us about those rat fucks.
But before, so I was at the Athletes Foot during uni, then I finished uni, and then I went off and worked as a journalist for 6 months out in
chemistry and what was the other one?
And law. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to study this for 5 years and then do
it.
nothing related to it.
This was such a good time. I'm going to do the exact opposite.
Yeah.
of this.
So
Yeah.
could you have become got that job as a journalist without that degree?
Probably.
Do you reckon you could make meth?
It's a
I've
great
got
question.
a shed and a beaker.
You got a shed and a beaker. All right, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
here we go.
So did you? And this is probably a question you will hate. Was there any point in doing that 5-year degree?
I'd never thought about that till right now.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
An existential crisis.
No,
Dude, man,
I'm
think of all this meth cash we're going to have.
Yeah,
though.
true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
true,
It'd be
true.
fine. So I'm still paying off my HECS from a degree I don't use. I did though.
I think that. So the job I have now, which I've had for a while, I got because I have that.
Okay,
degree.
so
it
there was
has
a
been
point
worthwhile.
for you.
Yes,
Because
yes.
imagine you would have started crying. We've had to shut the podcast
just don't
down.
ever go to university and
about
be a
TAFE?
king.
What about TAFE? Is there a HECS for TAFE or something like that?
Nah, dude, it's like $1,000 to go to any. Just go in there, pick any course. It's $1,000. It's cheap as fuck.
Oh wow,
Might it be?
$1,000.
What did you study?
Teaching. I was
Oh,
teaching.
Maybe it was a couple of grand. I don't know.
Yeah, fuck.
Oh, I up until last year, the tax lady was like, "Yep, okay." What are they called? Accountant. She said, "Yep, you just still
No wonder yours
died.
One
No,
died.
she
Oh,
did
Jesus
die.
Christ.
I was really sad. I miss her. You owe $18,000. I was like, but I don't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So it doesn't count anymore. She's like, you still have to pay it. So annoying.
Oh, so you still owe the government money
for it, yeah.
And for
Lucas is like,
ages.
he's like, it's the best loan you can ever have. Because I said, why don't we just like pay it off? Like, let's just like take money. When a big thing comes in, just pay it off. He was like, no, you chip away at it because it's the best loan you can ever have, because apparently interest is slow. But also it's soul destroying, paying off a loan for a career that I hated, that I don't use anymore at all. I think if anyone
still up
wants
there
to get rid of
giving
it,
people lectures, so
well, don't sit in the fucking front seat.
Your show this year was about being a teacher, wasn't it?
There you go.
It's worthwhile.
Yes, there we go.
Worthwhile.
So if you didn't do it, you wouldn't have had a fucking show, would you, mate?
Yeah, and the special came out. It's coming out tonight. When this is on, it'll already be out.
Congratulations.
Millions of views.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
1.8 million already.
Yes,
Congratulations.
obviously. And when everyone checks, if that's not true, just keep playing it and keep playing it
put it
till
on
it's
repeat.
true.
Dude, that's what I did with mine. I just kept it playing for 5 days straight.
Just put on mute.
No.
Leave. Get on with your job. So you went into do you a journalist? What was
I
that
was a
like?
journalist. I was pretty. It was a lot. So I was in a country town called Cootamundra.
You're in Cooter Bloody Mundra.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You're from Wagga. Of course you know Cooter. Yeah. So Cooter, like 6,000 people, maybe
pretty rough.
10 pubs, like not much else going on in town.
10 pubs, said enough.
Yeah.
There's nothing going on in Cooter Mundra.
No, it's
Well, maybe
Is it
you
one of those
know.
towns that has 2 hours skimpies?
no. It's not that rough. Birthplace of Don Bradman. That's its like one claim to fame. That whenever you go, they're like, yeah, Don Bradman was born here.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Righto.
Pretty cool.
I do love a town with one thing. And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
Don Bradman was here.
Yes.
Did a plaque or anything? No.
No,
What do
but
we
he was
need
here.
it for? You should
In
know
fact,
it.
his childhood home is now a museum, but it's
Yeah.
just a museum of nothing to do with him. It's just shit. It's just like fucking knickknacks and like paperweights and all sorts of weird shit. And they're like,
Not
this is Don
one
Bradman's
item
house.
from
It's like,
him.
what the fuck?
Driest town ever. So
Yeah.
what did you do in this dry, barren, desolate
So
town?
I reported the news.
What was the news?
Fucking not heaps.
Yes, because
Not
when you go, I
much.
know that people make fun of Canberra for being a small town, but it's still a city, and there's more going on in Canberra than there is in Cootamundra.
Mm.
So I reckon to be a good, to be an interested journalist in a town
Start
like that,
crimes.
you have to. You have to probably grow up there to know what is actual news or not.
Yeah.
So when someone's like, oh, you heard about the Davey farm, had a good crop this week, you'd be like, am I reporting on that? Or do we do it? Someone lost her dog down the road. It was a good dog, their best sheepdog. Okay, am I writing about that? Like, what do you know is big news in Cootamundra?
It was very hard to tell. Like I was like, I guess fucking it was.
This
it was
in. Saw a cloud.
yeah, man
You
stares at
wouldn't
cloud.
have.
It was confusing in that there were like genuine, like quite big news stories that happened while I was there, but then it would be like that interspersed with like there's a CWA bake sale this weekend and
Adorable.
they're raising money for whatever. But there were like genuine stories. So for some reason, like Cootamundra has a lot of greyhound trainers who live there, and
Yes,
it
of
was
course it
people.
does.
yeah. And it was like while I was there, they banned greyhound racing in New South Wales.
Oh,
and so
that's
that was like
huge.
genuinely a story that affected the community. That was like a
Yeah.
big deal. And so I went out and spoke to a bunch of greyhound trainers.
Are they
and
still
like,
banned greyhound racing in New South Wales?
no, they then like overturned it.
Oh.
So it was genuinely a big story.
How long was it banned for?
Maybe like a month or so. Like it
Oh.
was
With the
quite
government
quick.
like, oh, hang on a sec, why are we not getting all this fucking revenue from...
Yeah.
no, we better bring that back.
Dish lickers, yeah.
Yeah. So there was that. There was like the story that people were most annoyed about the whole time I was there was the council had merged with Gundagai Council.
Oh, no.
And they were fucking furious. They still are. I was working there 9 years ago. It was 2016.
Not Gundagai.
And if you drive past Gundagai, there are still signs being like, fight the demerge the council. Like people are fucking furious about this council merger.
Why?
Yeah.
What's wrong with Gundagai?
I don't know. Nice
It's
place.
No,
it's small
Nice
town
place.
shit. They just
Yeah.
love getting
They've got to have
angry.
something to be pissed off about.
How was the interviewing the greyhound trainers?
They were
like?
lovely, man. They were so
Really?
nice. Yeah.
I've-
Same as the I
Interesting
was skeptical, but they were
Okay.
super nice.
Did you go to see? Did you go to any greyhound racing?
No,
No,
I don't think. Is there a track in Wagga? That's probably the.
there would be.
Yeah,
for
that's probably the
sure.
closest
There's
one.
one at Cannington near our house. The dogs on the you'd go on a Wednesday night. It was fucking
dude.
great.
Yeah.
Awful. My friend, there's so many rescue greyhounds around Melbourne now. Like
Yeah, a lot of these cunts have owed me money. I know them. I can see them across the road.
My friend Karina has a rescue greyhound, and she says he's the most damaged. He's lovely, but like you can't take him off the lead. And I was like, what happened? She was like, oh, he'd killed something. I'm like, oh my God, because they have to chase that fluffy white thing.
Yeah.
And so greyhounds, if you let them off, they'll find a small fluffy white dog and tear it to smithereens.
Just fuck it up.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, so you cannot, or cats, dead. Absolutely perished.
Dead. Lucky they're not quick either, greyhounds as well.
That's right.
Everything's got a fighting chance, I guess.
Not like evolution's turned them into killing machines over thousands of years.
They're so chill though. Like they just sleep all day.
Yeah, they're either asleep or like murdering a small animal.
That's
That's
the
the
two ends of the
two
spectrum.
speeds that they
Sounds
have.
like I can relate to that.
So how long are you in Cootamundra for?
I was there for 6 months because I pretty quickly learned that I didn't want to be a journalist. It was also so like I got this job like no experience, no nothing, and it was
They're like, we trust you.
Yeah,
with the
it was like
news.
In hindsight, I very much realized it was like a sinking ship, and they just needed someone to be there because it was with Fairfax at the time, and then like a year later they got bought out and didn't exist anymore. And like it was me and one other journalist. There were 2 journos. Our editor was based in Wagga, so like we didn't even have an editor, and so like day 3, I was like writing the front page of the paper.
Wow.
And I'd been a journalist for 3 days. And they're like, yeah, no, you'll be fine.
Without a journalism degree?
No.
This is going to end up on the floor of a laundry and a dog's going to piss on it, mate. No one's reading it.
Yeah.
Write whatever you want.
Yeah. But at the time, I didn't see that. I was like, no, I'm writing the front page. This is huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Especially if you were like just got out of uni and you had no journalism experience.
I had no life experience either.
But also in the country, they love the paper. They love it. Gives people a reason to get out of the house, gives a reason to go down to the main street. They wave at someone. News agencies lasted way longer in country towns than they did in the city, for sure.
Yeah.
And that's because that's their human contact. So you like we giggle about you writing the front page, but those front pages that would have been seen by every single person in that 2 towns. I reckon Ganmain would have had
90% of the population, yes, cannot read, but still, they would have enjoyed
They were looking at the pictures.
Yes.
Exactly.
What was the paper called?
The Cootamundra Herald. No, I don't think it exists anymore. I think it's completely shut down.
Yeah, well, I don't even know if Cootamundra exists anymore.
I also had to because they had I was the photographer too. I had to go around. They just gave me a camera.
That rules. Like, yeah, mate, you'll figure it out.
It feels like a TV show, like an ABC TV show, a comedy,
Genuinely.
where someone goes to a town and then they have to keep the paper alive. And they're like, also you're the, go and interview this dog breeder. And you're like, so mate, what do you like to do? Oh, okay, I'll leave all the dogs.
I'll go. Can I just take a picture first, though?
Don't take a photo of any of these animals in the cage, thank you. That is illegal.
Apparently.
I'm injecting them with water. That's the thing they do. They weigh them down. Slows them down.
Slows them down?
Yeah.
So that when they race...
Yeah, so they're overweight.
Oh, so it's like waterboarding them or whatever.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Water weight?
Yeah, this is harder for them to run because they're heavier.
Oh, and so is this sabotaging someone else's dog?
No, you can sabotage your own dog if
Why
you're
would you?
fun.
Oh, because you're
Dog,
reading
you
the
bet
race.
fucking someone else's dog, don't you?
I don't know any of these things.
Come on, mate.
Yeah, of course you know that, bro.
Yeah.
Of the 3 of us, who was going to know?
Guys, haven't you ever heard of injecting water into a greyhound so you win a race?
Why do you win it? You're the slowest one.
No, but
You win a bet.
You're not betting on your own dog. You know, you're betting on other people's. Yeah, you're rigging it.
Okay.
Chippy
you
told me
could
this.
get a job at Cootamundra newspaper.
I would
Bring it back to
actually love
life.
it because I would, man, photography, fan of. Stories, I can make them up. Spelling, no good, but still willing to try.
That's right. There's an editor in Wagga.
There is.
Then she'll give it a go.
Yeah. They would not read my stories.
Oh,
they
really?
would, zero oversight. Like I put... I wrote
Look, there's a pedophile.
Yeah,
nah, print it.
Genuinely, I had to, some of my stories got taken down because I just put details in there that were absolutely illegal.
Oh.
I was like
Not true or illegal.
I was I had to go to court and report on what was happening in court when the court date was on, and would just because I had no experience, just put people's names in the stories.
Anyone?
Yeah, there were DV cases, and I was writing victims' names and stuff.
Because you didn't know.
I didn't know.
Susan Smith.
No one had oversight, and so these stories would get published, and then someone would read them and be like,
But they're all the news agency full of them. Oh, shivers. Oh,
yeah,
God.
no good.
You guys said my identity was going to get kept hidden from this bikie gang, and Nick's like, his name was Steve Bennett.
Yeah,
this is his address.
Yeah, it was bad. It was real bad.
You don't think that's the worst ever job you had, even though it would have been pretty lonely. Did you make friends?
No, God,
yeah,
no.
of course you wouldn't have made friends.
I pretty much like spent most of my time in Canberra and would like go to Cooter when I had to work.
Oh, yes.
And just be in Canberra the rest of the time.
Okay.
Because it's like an hour and a half. I rented a place in Cooter.
A house?
But yeah. Because it was fucking
$40.
$20 a week or something. But was just never there because
why would you be there?
I be there?
Why would you stay? Especially when you've got so many victims waiting to burn you at the stake.
There's fucking greyhound trainers.
Too busy down the track. Got some inside information.
Yeah, fuck. So that was pretty bad. I hated that quite a lot and did it for like 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months is long. Okay, yeah. But 4 years at a shoe shop.
4 years at the shoe shop.
Yeah, it's just like,
forget
I don't mind the shoe shop.
Yeah.
I cannot be an investigative journalist.
In a small country town. Yeah.
So you've got lots of employment history behind you, but you've been in comedy for a while now. So how long have you been? Like how many years now?
Started the terrible gig was started 2017. So that's what's eight
years?
Yeah.
What is the worst gig you've ever done?
Oh. Don't say with Brett in Darwin.
I can say that.
No, the
That's
gig
mine.
was fine. It was just backstage. It was a nightmare.
It was just some cunt's energy backstage.
Man, there are so many to choose from. I had one in Canberra where it was like an open mic that was in a restaurant, like basically a chicken shop. And at one point,
is that a famous chicken shop?
It's a famous one in Greenwood Place.
No,
what was that one
Chicken
called?
Gourmet.
Chicken
Not
Gourmet.
Chicken Gourmet.
Rest in peace.
Anymore, rest in peace, Chicken
Yeah.
Gorms. No, it was just like this open mic. That like occasionally would be quite good, but one particular evening there was just no audience. It was just comics, but there were people like further back in the restaurant just having dinner, and the host decided just to go up and like stand next to their table and just do comedy. And like all of the comics also kind of moved to be around them and try and turn it into a gig, and they were not. They were just trying to have a conversation,
Sorry, I'm
have
just
dinner.
eating pasta. I don't know what. And the guy's like,
Yeah,
so what do you do for a living? Like,
was he trying to do crowd work?
He was trying to make it. He was trying to be like, what? And they were just like,
no.
Did you get up and then when you got up and you did your spot, were you still standing in front of this family?
Yeah, we stayed there. I was like, well, you're gonna have to get into this.
Were they trying to ignore you and have a conversation? Yeah.
They were just trying to have dinner, and there was just a gig sort of happening next to them.
Were the people who run the restaurant, were they like, this is bad?
Yeah, I think that was one of the last times they had the open mic.
No one likes this.
Dude, the amount of dinners, open mics have ruined it. Like, 'cause sometimes you just drive past, Melbourne, there's a new one popping up and going every so often, but sometimes you just drive past a venue and you can see, and if I don't recognise you, you're probably not very good at comedy. See someone there and you can see people just eating and just not happy, and you're like, oh, I've ruined so many people's dinners.
Man. Yes.
And go like, hey guys, they're like, shut the fuck up.
What do you got there? Is that a Parma? Is that a Parma? Is that a Parma? Oh, looks good. Looks nice. I wouldn't mind a Parma. I've got to pay for a meal here, don't I? Even though I think that the comedians should get it for free, but who am I? And there's just like the most bitter, angry, sad comedian on stage. Yeah, they're awful. I did this one gig. I wonder if you
give us the mic, Mr. Green. Give us the mic.
Anyway, there was this one gig. You guys probably did it. I'm not sure if I brought it up on the podcast before, but it was a taco place across the road from Greenvic Market.
Yes.
No, I never did that.
And it was awful. It was out the back, and it was like this is my last gig in Melbourne before COVID shut it down, and I moved to Brisbane, and that was enough for COVID to happen and for me to leave.
Of course, COVID.
It actually was that bad. That's how bad this gig was.
I remember trying to get on that gig and I couldn't.
Oh my God. I got there and it was cheap taco night as well. So the courtyard was full of people trying to have meals, including like a family with their grandparents. Okay, it was not a comedy night. There were children, there were elderly people, there were people just wanting to have...
I need attention now, every comedian. I need people looking at me. I don't give a fuck about your fucking taco or your fucking family. Hear about my childhood trauma. Oh. This is for me.
Oh, God, it was so bad.
God, I love comedians.
And it was hosted by not one comedian, but two.
Right.
And not one deadpan comedian, but two deadpan comedians. So there was zero energy. And there was such little energy.
Two deadpan?
Yeah. I'll let you know who they were.
Andrew Portelli?
Nah.
Okay, I'm out.
Okay, so they were sitting down for it as well.
Excellent.
They didn't have enough energy to stand.
Well, they hadn't had their tacos yet. Where are they going to get their energy from?
Sitting down, and they also weren't looking up. So they were it's almost like they didn't know they had microphones. So kind of like, yeah, cool. So this is thanks everyone for coming out, and we're gonna have. I was standing side to side. Was doing all new. It was like my maybe like a 8th gig. I was doing all stuff that I hadn't tried before, but I was like, okay, I really, really need this gig to work because otherwise I'll feel awful. And then someone went up and died, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna die, that's fine. And then I went up and put my set list, because I was so new, I put my set list of new jokes next to me, just dot points. And so I was trying them, and when I got off, I died, obviously, bomb. And I came off stage, and I was still, when you bomb...
Did the grandparents like it? Or?
No, they all wanted to just eat their meal. Like, no one wanted it. The person who was on before me, she was so filthy. She just she was so much sex stuff that the audience was definitely not having a good time. The sun was still up. We were outside. And then I had...
Just some chick talking about her pussy while you're trying to eat a burrito with your
grandma.
Yeah. You know who will love this? Nan.
Yeah, have a go, Nan. And then I got up and bombed, and then I was like, oh, that was brutal. And then I walked off stage, and I realised... I was like ringing in my ear from like how bad it was. And I realised
silence was deafening.
I was so bad. You could just hear people chomping on their corn chips.
God.
And then
I know what's going to happen now, and I love it.
I left my set list on stage.
Yes, you did.
And one of the people who was the host said, oh, Bron's left a set list on. I'm surprised he remembered my name. He never did. I'm surprised. Bron's left a set list on stage. Guys, listen to this. And then he reels off my set list. No one's laughing because and I'm just humiliated.
Because you've just bombed.
Because I've just bombed, but I'm like...
You're still trying to can you hurry up with the burrito? I want to get the fuck out of
here.
I
just wanted to leave. And I bumped into the people who were there. I was like, are you going on? They were like, yeah, it looks pretty bad. I'm like, it's so bad. We can't be here. They don't want us here. Look at these poor people eating. They want us to leave. And amazingly, that gig doesn't exist anymore.
Who would have thought?
So that Canberra one was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. I think the genuinely the worst I've ever had was the first corporate that I ever did.
Great.
Yes, tell me everything.
Which it was for a men's mental health charity.
Yeah. The irony is that you wanted to jump off the
building.
It was bad for
mental health. What's that phone number you guys got again? 13, 20. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to call while I'm up here.
The charity itself was great. Like, it was not their fault at all. I have like a golf joke.
Oh, it's a great joke. I love this one. Oh, so this wasn't even that long ago.
No, this was, less than 2 years ago probably.
I love the golf joke. Have you heard it? It's so good. Anyway.
I was doing it in Darwin. You were there.
Yeah, exactly.
Wasn't paying attention. Too busy yelling at sound technicians and being a crunky gun.
Just punching people backstage.
Punching people, yeah. It takes up a lot of energy.
But like I recorded this joke and put it online, and it got quite a lot of views, and they saw it and messaged me because they were having a golf charity day to raise money.
Perfect.
For
go on, tell us the joke.
No, it's long.
It goes for
you haven't,
ages.
But anyone who has not isn't following Nick Schuller, follow Nick Schuller. This joke is so good. The golf joke, all your jokes are, but I love that one. Keep going.
So they saw this video and messaged me and asked me to do a set at their charity golf day, raising money for men's mental health that was held on International Women's Day.
Nice.
First red flag.
Step on the sisters. Yeah. What's that, bitches? It's about us. Hell yeah.
It's our day now.
Yeah. They just went out and played golf for a day, and then they came back into the clubhouse. And the setup is it's a bar overlooking the golf course, full wall windows, 5 p.m., bright daylight.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're just all on round tables, so like half
Love
of
it.
them aren't facing
Couldn't
me.
get a better comedy setup. I can't think of one better.
Incredible. So I get up, like do 20 odd minutes. It's like fine.
Yeah,
They're
fine.
like a bit of laughter. And then afterwards I'm meant to like host the charity auction.
Oh no!
So I can't just leave. So I start like hosting and like, dude's got a raffle ticket and this is what you win and all that shit. And after each like item gets raffled off, the like sponsor, the company that sponsored whatever the prize is, one of their representatives like comes up and gives the prize and says a few words. And so I do a few of these, and then I get to one of the guy comes up and he takes the mic, and the first thing he says is, well, next year we're going to need a new comedian because that was terrible. And I'm just standing there like, and he's like, it was sexist, it was misogynistic on International Women's Day to say stuff like that. And like, both of you have seen my material. Like, that's
not
not
sexist, not
the
misogynistic.
vibe at
And also
all.
you decided to have this event
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
International Women's Day. Don't drag me down.
Yeah, so I'm just standing there while he's like dressing me down.
Oh my God, nothing you say is sexist or
Yeah,
misogynistic.
and he's like, that was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I think he said if like his bosses found out that this had been on at an event that they'd sponsored, like he would lose his job. And I was
this is into the microphone.
yeah.
Dude, you are being very dramatic here. If my
about?
wife found out that this happened, she would kill me.
Yeah.
I would die.
We'd be all dead.
So I'm just standing there
And you
like
would've gone bright
on the
red.
stage, like what the? Or not, there's not even a stage, just like next to him while he's fucking just saying how much he hated my set. And then I just have
was
to.
everyone looking away because it was too
Everyone was
embarrassing?
super uncomfortable. And then I just have to host the rest of the auction. So he gives me back the mic, and then I just have to fucking
And give it up. Did you go, give it up
yeah,
for Steve,
give it up for
everybody?
that guy.
So do you address that? You're like, oh, sorry
No,
guys, I
no,
didn't
I
realize
was
it was
like-
so bad.
I in hindsight, I definitely should have, because it was like the first corporate I'd ever
Yes.
done. And I was like, I guess I've got to be professional
Oh,
and
I
just
would've been
fucking.
like, what did you say to me, cunt? I'll fucking knock you out.
It's actually lucky Brett didn't have this gig, but also
I would have killed anyway.
that is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
That is
It was
awful.
fucked.
Sometimes people come and we'll say, what's your worst gig? And they'll just say like a run of the mill, like just a bomb. And you go, yeah, okay, that's pretty bad. And we have a good time. But that, Nick Schuller.
Was he
is
maggot
so
as well?
Bad.
What,
So
just-
sober. It was like 4 p.m., 5 p.m. in the afternoon. And so I just
I
have
can't
to.
imagine saying that to anyone. Like, if you didn't like it, you're like, yeah, it didn't go that well. It's whatever. Who cares? And you're just like moving on.
Yeah, it was fucked. And
But
then I have
to
to
like
run.
label you with such heavy names,
Yeah.
like, oh, pardon?
It was
You can't
fucked.
even defend yourself?
Yeah, it was so uncomfortable. And then I just had to run the rest of the thing. That went for like a good 15 minutes.
Oh, dude, it would have felt like 2 hours.
And then fortunately, like afterwards, quite a lot of people came up to me and were like, that guy was, what the fuck was he
Good,
talking
I
about?
was
Like
gonna
they quite
ask
enjoyed
this.
it, and people were
Yes.
like very much
Oh, that's nice.
supportive of me.
But
And I'm like, that
you
guy's
have
fucking
to.
weird.
If you see someone get a dressing down unfairly, you're like, I have to go over and say,
Yeah, it was fucking crazy. And then
I would have been like, I'm going to go have 4 rums and then come back and punch this guy in the head.
yes, you would.
it was at I think it was like the Moore Park golf course in Sydney that's right next to the store, the comedy store in
Yes.
Sydney, and I was on at the store afterwards, and so I was able at least to go immediately to a gig
Wash it off.
and wash it off and have a
Yes.
good gig.
He's in the audience. He's been fucking
Yeah.
sexist again. You're like, I haven't done shit, dude.
So this is when you were based in Melbourne and you travelled for this corporate.
Yeah, I flew up there to do this, and also in hindsight, did not get paid particularly well for a corporate. Not enough to get dressed down in front of.
It's what a fucking asshole. I hope that guy, I hope someone said to him afterwards, that was really unprofessional. If you were not.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah.
It was no good.
It's so
I
rude.
mean, it is a wild energy. You know what I mean? Like, who is this guy?
Yeah, like it wasn't his event. It was just he'd sponsored like the fucking third place team gets a bottle of champagne, sponsored by whatever the
Fashion
fucking
Pop.
company is.
What was the company? Do you remember the company?
I think it was called like Money Me, or it was a finance dude, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
Money Me, or like some shit like that. Yeah.
Well,
Fuck
fuck
that
you
guy.
anyway,
Yeah,
you
what a
cunt.
prick.
And your shit business. A finance pro with confidence. What are the odds?
who would've
Probably
thought?
what happened is I reckon he tried stand-up comedy at one point and got no laughs. This is what I'm thinking. Because no one comes for someone that violently unless they are they're personally impacted.
Yeah.
So I reckon
Was he a
was
big
just
dude as well?
projecting,
He was bigger than me. Yeah. Yeah.
and he just Oh, and you just had to stand
I just
there.
had to fucking take
oh my
it,
God,
just
I would
cop
have been
it,
bright red.
and then just do the next fucking prize.
Oh, Nick,
Like,
that
oh,
is
But
awful.
even like, this guy sucks. Anyway, here's back the mic, man.
Yeah, I know. That is
You're
So
like,
I wonder why he came up anyway. Like, why did
like
he have
each of the sponsors would
Yeah.
say something like, "Thanks for coming out, and we're happy
Right.
to
I
support the
reckon
charity
do
and
you know what?
whatever."
I reckon he would have thought that he was going to get a round of applause.
Yeah,
after
yeah,
doing
yeah.
He
that.
thought he's going to be
It was
funny.
And did anyone give him a clap?
No, they were like, "What the
That's
fuck
so
are you talking
good.
about?"
He probably thought that was his moment where he was going to go viral. Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch this one. This is going to the
The women
bleachers.
are
Yeah.
gonna love this.
Yeah.
And he was like, what are you
Yeah,
talking
male
about?
feminist destroys
Oh, he's
comedian.
definitely, yes. You know he's got like upwards of 3 restraining orders against him against
Yeah.
women. He's like,
Yeah.
you know what? Now's a good time for me to get back on the PR trail.
Yeah.
On International Women's Day, you have been misogynistic. Boys, you recording that? You putting that? Put that on my top.
Yeah.
So those bitches can see it. I mean, so the women can see it. Put that on the gram. I'm a feminist.
That is dreadful. Well, you're not
It's hard.
misogynistic and your comedy is very good. And
Thank
you
you.
are you doing a show next year?
I am. That's the plan.
This is great. Do you know what it's called?
I do not. I'm doing a trial version of it in Bendigo in a few weeks. That's called
Oh.
Brain Rot, but I
Okay.
don't know if that's going to be the name of the show itself.
Okay, and why Bendigo?
Bendigo Comedy Festival?
Yeah, Bendigo Comedy Festival.
Oh,
Bendigo,
okay.
yeah.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought you were like,
Why you
yeah.
hate Bendigo?
I don't hate Bendigo. I just forgot the comedy
Yeah,
festival.
Bendigo
okay,
Comedy
this
Festival.
makes sense. Okay, great.
The
All right.
10th of October, I believe.
nice.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. It'll be the first time that I've run out the show.
Good.
It'll be very much a test of how much gear I have because
Yeah.
I do not know at this stage.
Don't worry,
Yeah.
I'll be there. I'll grab the microphone at the end.
And he
Like,
can,
I cannot believe he did this bullshit
yeah.
on
On
International
International
Women's
And if
Day.
he runs short, Brett can do an impersonation of us. He does very accurate impersonations.
Blah,
of
blah,
us.
blah. I hate men.
Yes.
I love golf. Blah, blah,
And then
blah.
do one of Nick. Blah, blah, blah.
I did,
hate
did.
women.
I
Blah,
hate
blah,
women.
blah.
Blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
blah.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Dude, I did a gig for Nick during the festival and you gave me that free bottle of wine.
Yeah,
I
you
love
both
it.
did.
It
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
ruined me, dude. That was like turpentine. I drank the whole thing. It was fucked.
I don't go. I was fine.
Yeah, I also drank heaps of other stuff. That
Yeah, I remember having to go find you because you were, that was when you were directing Zone.
Yes.
And it was on at the same time. And it was like 5 minutes to showtime and Brett was meant to be opening. And I was like, where the fuck is
Where the
this?
fuck
Oh my
is this
God,
guy?
And then you
terrifying.
strolled down with a rum and was like, are we doing this? And I was like,
we doing this? I
Yeah.
got shit to do, baby.
Yeah.
And I think I bombed as well.
thank you both for doing that. It made
Yeah, it was good fun.
made a big-
That's good.
Guys, if you're not already on the Patreon, please make sure you jump on board. Give us a subscribe on YouTube. But if you like the stuff, make sure you share the content. Let your friends know. Where can people find you on Instagram as well, Nick?
Nick DC Schuller on Instagram, on YouTube, on everything.
On fucking everything. So get around it. Thank you very much for
Thanks,
listening,
guys.
guys. Until next time.
you.
Bye.
Thanks, Nick.
I've been fired from a lot of places. I've been fired from so many places.
I went into the class one day, real bullets, like real bullets.
Kill me.